Okay, we're going to talk about quadrupeds next. Quad means four, ped means feet. Quadrupeds, in reference to vertebrates, are animals that walk on all four legs. The example we have here is a cat. So we have a cat skeleton here, where again, it has a bony skeleton, or a skull. It has a neck, it has an atlas between the two so it can actually turn its head back and forth. It has a scapula, it has a humerus, it has a radius and ulnae, and then some phalanges down below that. You have more vertebrae, you have ribs, then at the back, again, you have a pelvic girdle, where you have the pelvic girdle itself, you have the humerus, you have the fibia and tibia, and then you have some phalanges. In this case, they're very long phalanges. Additionally, in this particular quadruped, and in most quadrupeds, it has a very long tail, an extension of the vertebrate that runs out, and for this model, they've curled it up under him, but it's a very long tail. Again, for the lab exam, you're going to need to know the major bones on the cat. There is in your appendix a picture of a cat model. I would go through and I would label those bones and study them for the lab exam.
Okay. Now, what I think you note about the cat skeleton in this case is, would you describe this as being a rather fragile skeleton? No unnecessary bones. All the bones, even the ribs, are kind of slight in structure. And so, for example, your cat is all about being flexible and agile. Just think about the motion that a cat can create when it's, I guess, when it's in shape, not your normal overweight house cat, but when a typical cat is in shape, not overweight, it can jump, it can leap, it can climb, it can walk along small edges, and so it's really adapted for both hunting prey and escaping predators. And so if you look at this adaptation of the cat, that allows it to do that. Now, why do these animals have a lengthened tail? What do you think the purpose of the tail be? Okay. Why does a tightrope walker across a wire hold a pole? What is that allowing him to do? And so it allows him to maintain his balance. So picture a cat moving the tail back and forth as it's walking along a branch or a limb or a ledge, allowing to maintain its balance. Okay?
If you want to see really good examples of that, go to YouTube and search for cheetah and gazelle. And hopefully you'll find a video of a cheetah chasing a gazelle. And if you watch the cheetah going to gazelles, it turns direction, it flips out its tail the other direction to act as a counterweight. It's a beautiful example of the function of that tail in providing a counterbalance and helping them move. Another thing to note about this skeleton, this model we have, basically, if you look at the shape of how they have this skeleton mounted, it's a C shape with the C facing downwards. And that kind of depends upon what the cat's doing. But part of what it's doing is it's actually kind of curled up a little bit. If this cat were sprinting, it would go from being curled up to where that would be going the other way, where it'd be flat out and extended. And it actually uses the connections along those vertebrae to help create some of that strength to be able to go from short to long and be able to sprint very quickly.
And when it's on a when it's in a crouching position, it will allow it to load up on his legs, because cats often would actually leap to catch prey, and allows them to maintain that position as well.